Hello, welcome back to Mr. Arsenal podcast for the Man City versus Arsenal preview. So I'm a bit late. I had to deal with a little pest on my channel. Not going to go into the details, but he's pissing me off. Basically, he knows who he is. People who know me, who know him, knows who he is. And he's been going around my channel, basically bombarding it with over it in the space of these three. How can I put it? These three channels, one of them which got hacked, by the way. The first one, he got hacked, and now he's got it back. He's been basically basically today, he's gone around literally systematically every single show I've done and disliked it. And then, I mean, this has been going on for months, on and off. He disappears, it starts, and I mean, he disappears and it stops, and then he reappears and it starts up again. And it's not just on my channel, other channels as well. And just because I'm not falling for his lies, I'm still calling him out on it on here. His little minions are seeing this and telling him, and he's giving me shit. So I've had to go over and deal with that before I go live. So that's why I'm late. So I'm a bit anxious at the moment, but yeah, it is what it is. Evening all. As I said, we move on now. Big up to Heeb in the chat. How you doing? But yeah, as it says in the title, the Man City. As I said, Man City v Arsenal tomorrow. Possibly Thomas Partey's debut. Tini, from what I'm hearing, there's a possibility he's going to start. And after all the ag we've had over the international break of him having to self-isolate, even though he's testing negative and this, that, and the other, because the rules in Scotland are different here in the rest of the UK. Even though it's always one, but they're acting like their own thing. And yeah, we're having all that issue, but this is a weird one because honestly, this could be arguably the best time to play him. In a weird way, this is Man City, the oil-run, country-run club, Man City, we're talking about here, and I'm saying this is the best time to play him. At the head go. Take out the equation. It's behind closed doors and there's no fans and all that. Take that out of the equation. Performance-wise, it goes in our favour, so to speak. There's a slight chance things could go our way. We've had no injuries in the international break as well. But the reason I think it's best, it's a good time to play them and things could go our way because of how we've seen them play. The form of last season, everyone thought, it's a one-off. They're concentrating. And as I said it as well, they're just concentrating on Champions League, which they did. It failed. I think it does seem Pep sort of lost that drive now. And let's not beat around the bush. He was brought into, how can I put it, getting competitive in Europe. And he never has. They've been knocked out by Lyon this time round. Lyon are a good team, but they're not a great team. They're not a team that should be beating Man City 3-1 and looking comfortable with it as well. Knocked out by Spurs over 2 legs. The second leg was at their gaff at the Etihad. Liverpool, when they're just emerging as sort of potential title rivals, potentially domestically, still flirting a bit up, building up. Got knocked out over 2 legs there. Again, the second leg was that. Fucking hell. And not Andrew, the Etihad. I think his first season, I got knocked out straight away by, I can't remember who it was now. Oh, it was something shit. Monaco, that's it. Big up James in the chat as well. How you doing, James? And yeah, you're saying you're a Liverpool fan. So this could be interesting for you as well. Depending on the way it goes, obviously, you I don't know what way I would assume you sort of swing towards City losing and hoping that obviously you win early on in the day, which, by the way, before we move on, I will be covering, do double shows, 2 stream watch-alongs, but covering 3 matches. First off, which will be the Celtic v Rangers and Everton v Liverpool over on this channel. Starting that kick off at 12:30, so I'll be going live literally 20 past, so about 10 minutes before kick off, going with both teams, this, that, and the other. And yeah, so this is the place to come. We want to see reactions from both derbies basically at the same time. No channels offering that at the moment, but from what I can see anyway, so I'm going to do that. But moving on, just as I was saying, so he hasn't got, as I say, he hasn't really got competitive in Europe at all, and the fact he sort of the season, how they started the season, they scraped a win against Wolves. I mean, if Wolves are more took their chances and more, yeah, basically they took their chances. Wolves just took their chances basically. City don't win that game 3-1. That could have been a 3-all game basically, or possibly Wolves could have won. They actually took their chances. Let's be honest. That chances they actually had Wolves compared to City. First game at the Etihad this season, Leicester go 1-0 up and get battered 5-2. Now I'm sorry, I know Leicester obviously in their season they won the league. They won the league. They lost at their place to us 5-2, but everyone actually for us that season itself was a one-off. But it wasn't like they were an actual title rival at the time to anyone. They were just plucky Leicester at that point of the season when we beat 5-2. Whereas this is a fully fledged, as I said, country-run, multi-billionaires, Man City, getting pumped by Leicester 5-2 at the Etihad. And the performances they've just looked shit, basically. Let's be honest, and Pep, his body language, his mannerisms of pre-match and post-match conferences, press conferences and all that, he doesn't look interested. It's like he's just hanging in at the moment until the next big job for him comes along, which I think he's looking. What's it? Excuse me. I think this is where he's waiting for. I think what he's looking for is Juventus, because then he sort of, in terms of the big leagues, that'll complete that sort of the set, because he's obviously managing Barcelona, La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League, and then Serie A. You could argue maybe want the PSG job because they're getting money, and then that would complete the full set. But in terms of a competitive, not going to say competitive league, teams that have successful leagues, that properly successful leagues, that established and been at some point competitive, he would then complete a set. Whereas obviously at PSG, you've got a current European set, but French League is literally just PSG. There's a title day one. But like James says in the chat, City's defense is terrible as well. Literally, they bought that Diaz. They bought Diaz from Benfica. He ain't going to solve their problems, in my opinion. Big up Barry in the chat from over on Facebook. Hope you're okay. But yeah, as I was saying, Diaz ain't going to solve their problems. Ederson, he looks suspect every game all of a sudden. And this is the thing: with Arsenal as well, if we can see at the first 15, 20 minutes, if we're on the back foot the first 15, 20 minutes, we see it's like 0-0 or whatever, the rest of the game's ours, because then there's another thing you see the City, especially this new season, they start off well the first 15, 20 minutes and then they fall off. The level sort of drop. And yeah, we can exploit that. I think there's another thing with Arteta. He's sort of, as I've said in other shows, he sets us up in such a way where difficult to break down now, and not this flimsy, there you go, walk through our defence, have a goal on our sort of attitude anymore. We are very hard to beat. Now, adding to the equation, Thomas Partey is now into the squad. He could be making his debut tomorrow. You add into the equation De Bruyne, and this again is a Sky. Personally, I don't trust what Sky says, but they're saying De Bruyne and Sterling are basically out of tomorrow's game, which again is another plus for Arsenal and other things, as long as we don't get injuries, and obviously Tierney actually is allowed to play. From what I've heard, there's a high chance he is definitely playing tomorrow. So people, who's got FPL, if you've got Tierney in the team, don't take him out yet until you hear otherwise from the actual official club itself. But so yeah, that's another thing. We've got Thomas Partey now, he's the nearest player we've had since Vieira to Vieira. Every single part of his game is Vieira-esque. If you watched on two different screens a Vieira game and a Thomas Partey game, you'd think you was watching the same player. And we've been screaming for that sort of player for years, and I'm so happy we've got this guy. And 45 million was a steal, as I've said before. And let's not forget, I mean, this is a marker for us. We need to put down a marker as well for the away game situation that we have against our potential top six rivals, of not winning a single away game in the league against a top six rival since 2015, which ironically was against City when they were Premier League champions. So admitted they had I think it's Pellegrini as well. But yeah, that game, was it Company took out Monreal, Santi Cazorla scored the penalty against Joe Hart, and then second half got a free kick just inside the centre circle. Santi Cazorla took it, Giroud heads it, goal. He goes offside, and Santi's dancing. The rest is history, but we haven't won a single away game since. That's the thing. And this is sort of this tomorrow's going to be the first of a huge month for us, as I've already said, but a huge statement of intent. Even if we don't win, is a statement of intent going out there to the rest of the league that we are serious now. We are competitive. We're not actually getting beaten now. But if we win, that statement of intent grows even further. And teams start thinking, "Oh fuck, maybe he is doing it. Arteta is doing that actually really good job." Etc. Etc. And you think, it's just so refreshing as an Arsenal fan for the first time in. I can't remember the last time I actually went to a big away game, thinking, you know what, we could not going to win, but we can win this game. Especially, and I keep saying, the country run fucking Man City as well. It's just beyond belief, and that's taking out the equation of the De Bruyne situation. Big up Jonathan Porter in the chat to put it up on the screen. As De Bruyne is out, I think they will play Rodri and Fernandinho. I think they'll go defensive as well. Yeah, they're going to go ultra defensive. But with Rodri, that's another thing. This is another thing. This is one. I don't want Partey to turn out like Rodri has, because Rodri came to Premier League from Atletico all that high, but he hasn't really. For me, people might disagree, lived up to his expectation that he came from the reputation as well. It came from Atletico, where I do believe it to be different with Partey, and that's not me being biased. And I think people might think I'm being biased because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, but honestly, no. When it comes to Partey, this is as I said, everything about him screams Vieira from back in the day, the gameplay and everything, actually down to a T. Marco Essien, when he came to Premier League with Chelsea from Lyon, I believe it was. I'm trying to think now, about 25, 30 mil at the time. What revelation he was. And he, again, what a fantastic player he went on to be at Chelsea. And a massive influence. And I've even said this before he even signed for us, you can go back and check, think he is better, Thomas Partey is better than Essien at this moment. As in, if you compared them both at the same stage of their career and all that, obviously Essien won more titles because he spent a good chunk of his career at Chelsea, now winning titles left, front and centre, be it league or the cups and things like that. So I think he's gone by the time I'm trying to think now, he's gone by the time they won the Champions League, or is he still there in the squad? I can't remember now. James is saying as well, start Pepe, Laka, Uber and Willian. You know what? It depends on the formation, because now with Partey, it's another thing with Partey, which I've said since we've signed him. This gives Arteta another option of his formation, because everyone knows Arteta wants to play the four at the back and three midfield, this, that, and the other. 4-2-3-1. Sorry, that he wants to play that, and Partey down that midfield, that part of that too, can do that. You can put him in. You can put him that two alongside Xhaka or Ceballos, depending on what whoever our opponent is. So it more likely be tomorrow. Partey alongside either Xhaka or Ceballos. More likely Xhaka, just as an extra, just in because obviously it's his debut. You don't want to put all the pressure on him in this, that, and the other. And let's go from that. And obviously, in that case, Daniel will be on the bench and he'll come on. Sorry, for around 65th minute, I say Ceballos. But again, that's a good option to have off the bench. And it's getting a bit scared. There's another thing for us that is how he integrates players into the system, into a team and all that. He doesn't immediately just go, there you go, and try to take someone out and then put all the pressure on that person. As we've seen for the likes of Gabriel on his debut, even though it's Fulham and Fulham was shit, let's not beat around the bush there. So if he did go 4-2-3-1 tomorrow, Mikel, then yeah, I do agree. I think we will go. I think that's a perfect forward line four, basically, as you said, Willian in the cam role to go at Chelsea, not Chelsea, at City. And yeah, at this moment in time, things have changed. Things can change tomorrow. We look great. We look good at the moment, but no after one slip of concentration, and that's it. And that's the thing. There's some sort of some people in the media and things like that, sort of looking back to when we did that with the Premier League return bollocks thing. We had to play our game in hand straight away, which was against City at the Etihad. People go, oh, look at them. They had, apart from Partey, look what happened. They got pumped 3-1. Yeah, we did get pumped 3-1, but look what happened. In the first 5 minutes, we lose Pablo Mari, who's out. He's been out since. So you got a massive injury there. Xhaka got injured 2 minutes later, so he had to go off. David Luiz, who clearly wasn't fit enough, came on, made a mistake for the first goal, then made a mistake again, straight at the beginning of the second half, that put us 2-0 down, and then put us down to 10 minutes like that, literally that same action. Do you think? I can't remember now. It's not long ago. And yeah, as we saw, the rest was history. We did get pumped that game because of the circumstances that happened that day. We then went on a couple of weeks later, a month later, and the FA Cup semi-final, and proved the doubt was wrong. Though in the FA Cup semi-final against that same team, pretty much. And David Luiz played in that match a bit more a fitter David Luiz, more alert, and look at the performance he put in. So that's what I throw at people that sort of go, oh, I don't know about Arsenal, they could fuck up again like they didn't. People like to forget to suit their agenda, and that does piss me off sometimes. You've got to take into account all games from all competitions in these things. I think what I was saying now, but yeah, we want. But in terms of, as you're saying, James, about the defences, we are, as it stands at the moment, levels above them, performance-wise, and that's what, again, as we say about City, that shouldn't be the case. It's, if anything, it does, it's Pep Guardiola and all that, but it does sort of scream what Arsenal used to do. Just buy all the attackers in the world, all the attacking options in the world. Plug holes in the defence. A band-aid here, band-aid there, that'll work out. We've got the attack. And that's what we used to do. Knockouts happen to us, and we're not. But we were never a multi-billionaire run club. Just going back into the chat. Jonathan saying I would play Elneny, Partey, Ceballos. When we have the ball, they play as 3, but then City attack, Elneny goes into the back 3 with Luiz and Gabriel. That's a possibility. Again, it's a possibility. It all depends on what That's weird. Anyway, big up Brownie in the chat as well. How you doing, Brownie? Hope you're okay. Attack City, like, yeah. Oh yeah, we will attack them, don't get me wrong. We've got the talent. Let's go for the chat, sorry. There's no good defenders out there, but that's you got to get your point. As a whole, there's not an eclectic group of like fantastic centre backs or defenders in general. But for a club like Man City to be throwing the sort of money they do at the defence, let's not beat around the bush. They fucking have. I mean, what's it? 50 mil for Edison, 50 mil for Mendy, 50 mil for Walker, 65 mil for Laporte. And you think he's a decent centre back they've got. 50 mil on Jonathan Stones. I'm trying to think now. Or was it recently with what's his name? The one that's a sport, Ruben Diaz. So, well, I think they were looking at 60, 65 mil, maybe more than that for him. There's no guarantee that long term that's going to work out. I mean, what then even on Tremendous, he's gone now. What was it? I think 45, 50 mil on him. So they've spent a lot of money for mediocre defenders, and look where they are. They're not for that sort of money you're spending. You shouldn't be having any defensive issues. I mean, this summer they had a chance to get Koulibaly, and I personally have slated Koulibaly on this channel based on what I've seen of Koulibaly when it comes up against Premier League teams, be it against us or Liverpool or whatever in the Champions League and Europa League respectively. But apparently he is world class. Man City are heavily linked to him all summer, but they didn't go for him in the end. They bottled it or whatever. You can't even what I say about Koulibaly myself. You can't then go. I can admit he is better than most of the defensive options I have got at centre back. Mendy as a left back, no, he isn't good enough. Oh dear, you needed Upamecano. At the beginning of the transfer window, I would have said yeah, definitely, but we didn't in the end go for that option. He renewed his contract obviously in the meantime. We brought in Gabriel, signed Marley down to a four-year contract. By the way, Marley has, even though he played a handful of games, he has looked really good in them games. I mean, really, really good for someone who's literally just they was never given a chance to see as well. And Gabriel sort of do. He got ducked to water, take him out of one game, we lose. We get defensively exploited left, right, and centre when he got taken out of one game. So on that basis, I can't really say we do now, but at the time we did. At the time we did, but now it's about the time I say no. Also got to add into the equation Saliba. I know he's young, I know he's like 19, and obviously he hasn't started yet or played yet. But there's circumstances that have led to why Saliba isn't playing. The loss of his mother during the summer, during the whole global pandemic, he's lost his mum, and then literally, as Arteta said as well, he hasn't had the whole point of him going out last season. I know was he had a full season to learn more on his craft and all that, and become a big sort of build his sort of confidence up coming to Arsenal. So he didn't just get thrown in at the deep end like he would have done under Emery if he hadn't loaned him out in the first place. And obviously with the cancel with the first couple of injuries he had at the beginning of the last season, and then as soon as he started getting into a rhythm of it being injury free and playing games, all the leagues in Europe got shut down because of COVID, and then eventually a month later completely cancelled their league. So then between April and now, he hasn't played a single competitive game, competitive-wise. He played a friendly for 45 minutes against MK Dons. But as a whole, he hasn't played a competitive game since April. And this is the thing I said. If they've been able to finish the season or come to the agreement back in the summer of him going back for one game, that would have maybe helped the things, but also got his integration. As I said, he lost his mother, so he's then grieving as well. So maybe mentally he still needs a bit of time to adjust to that, and not just but grieve properly you know what I'm saying? It's a difficult thing to go through. And by the way, before we continue, I need to say a big massive shout out, and basically I want to put my thoughts and prayers out to lead judges and Graham Brooks, both on who are massively known in the Arsenal fan base for being an AFTV or the Same Old Arsenal podcast, but both going through some very difficult times. They've lost some family members this week, and as I've put out on Twitter, my thoughts and prayers go out to them. And I want to say that again, my thoughts and prayers do go out to them at this very dark, difficult time for them. And hopefully, if they even need to chat, they know where to find me, basically. But yeah, just wanted to say that as well. There we go. How much was Big Head Man? Got 18. Maguire was £80 million. Again, Man City was heavily linked to him, and they sort of that's one thing that's one good thing they ever did, spend £80 million on him. Jesus Christ! Imagine spending £80 million on him, Man City, and he still turned out like he is at United. Fucking hell, the meltdown. Oh my days! Imagine City. Oh my God! You think that we think Man City's defense is bad now? Jesus Christ! James Fitzgerald is also saying party with as I said. He's a. I don't know if you're old enough to remember. Because I obviously don't know your age, but with Partey, does, as I said in the stream, he does remind me a lot of Patrick Vieira and how he gets stuck in. He doesn't just do the defensive work. He does like to push forward and run with the ball and things like that. So he's got that game to him as well. He's very Vieira-like from Vieira's peak at Arsenal. And let's not get twisted. We got the best years out of Vieira. After he left, he sort of went slowly downhill. DW, don't waste a tweet, is also saying in the chat, big up by the way. Defending is a lost art in many games. No money in defence, only scoring. Rules are skewed to offences, exactly. Yeah, as James said earlier on, there's not an eclectic, massive group of fantastic, world-class defenders. But as I then come back and say, for when you're spending over 200, 300, well, more than that actually, say 350 to 600 mil on a back line, and you're making errors and you're looking weak as fuck. Questions have got to be asked of the recruitment at Man City and who are picking these players in. You follow up to say, by the way, don't want to tweet saying Partey Gabriel spine should give us what we need. Allow those on the edges to defend tighter, knowing the sport behind them is strong. Exactly. And also, you notice since Arteta's come in, the majority of the players that we've brought in have been tall but big players, like units. Because for years after the Invincible era, we started selling them off and re-recruiting and replacing them. It was that sort of Wenger wanted to build a team around Fabregas, didn't he? That small, technically gifted sort of player. And we just went from, I think, in the space of 2 seasons, went from having out of the year at 6'4" or whatever height he was to like literally dwarfs on the pitch, basically, in comparison. And we just got bullied off the pitch because he had no physicality in the entire squad, basically. Whereas, and that's what I'm saying with Arteta, I think he's realised that, and his majority of the signings have been them tall, physically demanding players. Pablo Mari, Gabriel's unit, Saliba is already coming to the club, but he's a tall unit as well, and Thomas Partey recently. But as well, we're getting a spine, not just any spine. We're building a fantastic spine. We've got Leno in goal, Gabriel, Gabriel started off well as Dan Touchwood, Thomas Partey, Aubameyang as a general spine. Yeah, he's saying they're great on AFTV. Yeah, but yeah, as I said, full condolences go out to them. I can't imagine what they're going through personally. I think we can hurt them with fast breaks. Defensively, the City fullbacks again, and that's the thing. That's the main thing. Not just their centre back wise, because centre backs are weak. It's not Peter van der Bosch there, but the weaker, even weaker, are their fullbacks. Jonathan says here, City fullbacks can get caught on a high up and then don't have a great defensive line, so we can beat them or beat the offside. Exactly. And also that Kyle Walker's getting older now. He's losing his pace. Mendy's just Mendy, can't defend for fucking shit. He can't even use his pace to defend. Thank God he didn't declare for Ireland. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, we have that. Yeah, as an England supporter, sadly, I mean, actually, no, I can tell by my accent. Fucking hell, we have to deal with that, sadly. Personally, as I've said again on the channel about Maguire, literally, he shouldn't be in England. With everything that's been going on since Greece, whatever happened there, the fact that he's was initially found guilty with this, that, and the other, he was dropped from the England team straight afterwards. He's in a fucking trial on the day. Don't put me in fucking squad full stop. But nevertheless, and then since then, because he's appealed it, he's been playing for Man United, dog shit. I mean, literally, arguably our worst English centre back. Yet he's in the England squad still as a main centre back. He's still making stupid errors. You could argue he cost us on Wednesday. Again, don't get me wrong. As I said last week, England are shit. Especially under Southgate doesn't have a clue. Pepe should play tomorrow. Yeah, we did touch on this before. Don't wait to tweet as well. Yeah, but Jonathan said in the chat, sorry, earlier on, we should play all our Pepe, Aubameyang, Lacazette in the middle, and Willian in the camera. So obviously change formation to account for that. Sorry. You know what? That attack would hurt Man City. As we touched on before, their weak point is their defence. Don't get me wrong, our defence isn't fantastic, but it's better. At the moment, it's playing a lot better than that lot up northwest, whatever, east. Don't really care when it comes to Man City. Yeah, I remember for me, I'm 24. Okay, there you go then. But I don't know if do you agree with what I'm saying about the comparisons to Vieira's gameplay and Partey? How they are very similar. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. People might disagree. But he's the nearest thing we've had since we lost Vieira in terms of buying a player in to replace him. That's what I mean, because obviously Gilberto was there and this, that, and the other. He did a fantastic job after Vieira left. Arsenal are that team that I want to see at top as Liverpool instead of Man City. Yeah, exactly. Again, I don't know if you joined, James. I don't know if you just subscribed to the channel or not. If you've seen a couple before the season started, I did a season. What's the name? Premier League predictions, and I put Arsenal third. This was before Partey, and I based that on if we get Partey or Aouar at the time, and this and the other. And yeah, he does. He does give us that extra push, that solidarity for getting where we need to be going forward. But yeah. I mean, yeah, he's wasted in, mate. He can't. Oh, saying that, didn't Declan Rice play for Ireland until fucking changed allegiance to us, sadly? Because that's not I don't like Declan Rice, but it has another show. But so maybe I don't know what the rule is if he can, how many games he's got to play this or whatever. So you know what? Literally, you could actually he can actually switch allegiance still. Because while Southgate has got something against Villa in general, And even though he's picked Grealish the last couple of games I think it's more so under pressure than anything from the actual, from us fans and this, that, the other media, that he put him in there, because clearly if he wanted him there, he'd be playing him. Don't waste a tweet saying as well. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget to smash the like button as well, and do share this stream around, this, that, and the other. Just really just help grow this channel as well, because we are pushing towards 500 as well, and hoping to get the 500 before the end of the month. That'd be fantastic. And we can push on for the first K then. Pepe and Saka should threaten the back line. I feel Saka always comes to play. Pepe, you never know. The thing, it depends on the formation, who's playing where. Because in our last game against Sheffield United, obviously he came on, and when he came on, he went out in the wing, obviously, and yeah, Aubameyang went into the middle, obviously because Lacazette came off, so he went into the middle, and actually Pepe looked more threatening. Most he's looked at for a while since arguably the cup final, and actually put a fantastic, really good performance in the last 25 minutes he put in. Pepe's gone on the counter attack. Yeah, he's got the pace, and the only thing with Pepe at the moment is there's parts of the game he needs to improve on and can improve on. It's that slow, gradual thing. We are seeing that happen on a consistent basis now. It's the consistency that sort of needs to align now with that as well, for him to go to the next level and be this player that everyone bigged him up, not so much bigged him up to, or bigging him up to be, because of his price tag. Again, I don't agree with things like that, because again, like I said before, the last year I've said he didn't ask for a price tag. That price tag, it was his previous employers that put that price tag on him. And also, you've got to remember, comes in under a manager didn't want him, or head coach, whatever, that didn't want him. Clearly, a club purchase, as I was saying, didn't want him. Didn't get a proper run of games put together. And when he did do well and did play well and won us games, i.e. the Europa League, I think it was our first game at the Emirates in the Europa League last season, where we were 2-1 down. We ended up winning 3-2. And too late. I think it was the last 5 or 10 minutes of the game when he scored 2 free kicks. And you got Emery there put like that because he doesn't want on the pitch. Obviously, won us the game. And then the next game, he dropped him after that. So that's affected whatever went off there. That affected his confidence. And obviously, Freddie came in, and everyone knew that all the players knew Freddie wasn't going to be even considered to be our next Arsenal head coach, manager, whatever you want to call it. At the time, head coach, so we say. Josh Kroenke made that clear. Again, that's a mistake the club made themselves, making it so obvious, that's so clear that Freddie didn't even have a chance, so the players didn't even bother turning up for that. It's only since Mikel's come in, that we're starting to see better performances from Pepe. As I said, it's consistency as well. We've got a manager now. By the way, he's our manager, who's not taking shit. Who demands the absolute most out of everyone, no matter what. Go back into the chat before we start going through things. So if not Southgate, then who? Do managers have to be yes men? Well, this is the thing. It does seem like Southgate is a yes man, so to speak, because he's putting players in the general squad that he doesn't want, i.e. the Grealish and all that, but not playing them. So he is sort of a yes man, because he does things that he's not. He doesn't. But another part being a yes man, he's challenging in the FA and things like that. Capello challenged the FA over John Terry incident. Look what happened there. Don't agree with him doing it, but he challenged them. The FA want a yes man. At the time, they'll go, yes sir, no sir, feedback's full sir. Oh, it's just a great honour to manage England, things like that. And at the same time, not cost them an arm and a leg. No, he wasn't. from the last, well, now it's two now. The last two internationals we've had here in the UK, Grealish has been put into the squad, and he's only played. What was it? He played 10. What was it? I'm trying to think now. He played one half of football before the season started. That was against Denmark, and is it half or 10? Is that either a full 45 minutes or half of the second half he played? Not enough time to finish the game, basically. I think it might be the latter. And he's been called up to this squad. I think he played against Wales. And he got dropped for the last two games. Didn't even get brought on. In a game where we need that's not just creativity, but that driving force with an attack. Jack Grealish is the perfect person we've got. But oh no, Gareth knows best apparently. He'll put a defender on instead. Gareth Southgate. I know this is meant to be Man City preview. I'll back up soon in a sec. But Gareth Southgate played. He had left backs basically, and when Chilwell wasn't the one after what did Ben Chilwell after everything went on played against Belgium. Obviously didn't play the first game because it went off before. Then magically, well, it's not 11. There you go. And then as soon as he pulled out, and I'm injured. Puts Ainsley there, and then after 20 minutes, when fucking Harry Maguire fucks everything up, hooks him off, and puts the right back at fucking left back. Over the 3 games we've had, you've been playing right backs across the back line, on the left hand side included. And yeah, also, what is for me for you to be the international manager, you need to have done something in the process to get being appointed as the manager of that team. Not major achievements like a winner, basically winning cups or titles, not getting relegated, and then not having a job since then until they employ you for the under-21s. Not even 6 months prior. Up until the FA employed him as the under-21 head coach, he hadn't had a job since he was sacked by the Middlesbrough in 2008. The summer of 2008 when he was sacked. We're in 2020. So World Cup was 2018. So 2017, 2016 when he came in. No one entertained him. Then suddenly he gets the under-21 job 6 months later because of what happened with Allardyce. He then gets the main job. He's literally done nothing to merit being a national team manager, especially for your country. As I said, myself, I want a manager that's knows how to win things, not particularly on international, in general. That's won things in his recent career that he can then take that mentality into the English setup. And I don't get why the FA have gone out their way now, because obviously Phil Neville's leaving end of next summer, end of his contract. He's walking away, seeing out his contract. And in the meantime, the FA have gone out their way and have gone and appointed the best female head coach in the world to take over. So where's that's fantastic, but where was that mindset when replacing Sam Allardyce? Where's that mindset now? Because watching England is so drab and boring. It's just ugh. And as James says in the chat, even Harry Redknapp now would do a better job. And we'd actually play better football. And the best of players in form would play. And again, don't get me wrong, that is the case, but I'm just saying, compared to fucking Southgate, he'd do a better job. Imagine I've done a City preview, but I'm doing a City Arsenal preview and I'm fucking talking about England now. Jesus Christ. Oh dear, before going read this, do smash this. If you're new, like James, if you're new, you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button and share this content around everywhere, every hook or cranny around the world. Let's literally share, and let's grow this channel as fast as possible. Basically, the more people see it, the better. Help me and help because obviously I'm going to be providing more content, which I'll be getting onto at the end of the show, not just watch-alongs. Right, sorry. Don't waste a tweet is also putting this out. I know what it is. England doesn't have that many footballers. That's why players are always out of position. What does England have? Even a domestic league? Exactly. This is the thing. This is the whole point of obviously creating the Premier League back in '92. Because off the back of the success of 1990, we're getting to the semi-final and almost getting to the final. With Sir Bobby Robson, the whole point of the Premier League coming on in '92 was to help push on the next generation of English footballers and help the national team push forward and actually get us be competitive going forward in the future. And that sort of died a death. Ironically, around the time 2004, 2008 era, for that 4-year space, when Chelsea and City respectively got taken over by Russian money and a country. Do I need to say any more? Do you need me in for a bit? Yeah, if you're available with us, if you want to come in, I'll put the link in the chat and you feel free to join us. Bear with me a second. I need to copy it first. Like that. Oh, definitely. Yeah, and also, James in the chat saying, well, bro, join the show in the future if you want. Yeah, definitely. If you're around, if you've got Instagram or Twitter, my Twitter and Instagram's going across the screen, add me on that. We're still saying out for like the Arsenal Liverpool games going forward, or in general for neutral games. If you want to come for a watch, like certain watch alongs, because sometimes I'll do watch alongs for. I'll be doing as I'm playing tomorrow the Merseyside derby tomorrow alongside the Old Firm at the same time. And I'll be doing Champions League watch alongs as well this season, along with Arsenal's Europa League. But I will not be paying £14.95 to Sky or BT box office for any Premier League games. There's an Arsenal game. It's going to be on their box office services. I have other ways of watching them particular games. I'm not giving them more money than they already have out of my pocket. Thank you very much. But yeah, as I was saying, I need to put the thing in the chat. I'm like, Bear with me. Paste. And let's go. That is now in the chat of us, if you're still there. But yeah, James, as I said, follow me on social media and then we'll sort that out when it's best for you to come on. Yeah, there you are. Hey.
Hello, mate. You're right.
I'm no longer on my own. Woohoo. Oh dear. So how are you feeling? Yeah, not too bad. How are you feeling for tomorrow anyway?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Fairly confident. What do you think?
Well, yeah, this is what I was saying in the beginning of the stream before we touch on international football. Before we touch on the international football side of things, I'm sort of feeling somewhat confident we can get something out of this game tomorrow. I'll be really shocked if we lose because everything sort seems to be in our favour. Because
and Man City aren't playing that well, are they? But you can sort of bet that they'll be well up for the game tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, they'll be up for the game. But I think what goes in our favour is James and others, as himself has said in the chat, their defence is absolutely shocking compared to ours, and we're sort of a high. Pep doesn't look interested at Man City. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. He's just there to be part of just there waiting for the next thing to come along, sort of thing. Like that's the big job to come from, like PSG or Juventus.
Yeah, I think his cycle is coming to an end at Man City. I'll be surprised if he's there next season. I mean, he may even leave sooner than that. But I don't think that Man City will fire him as such. But no. I think he probably will sort of leave at the end of the season. I think his time's come to an end there.
Yeah, but That's what I was saying. Beginning, I've said on not this stream, but other streams, the whole point of him coming to Man City in the first place was getting to be competitive in Europe, and he's never done that. First season got knocked out by, as I was saying, Monaco over 2 legs. Then Liverpool, when they're not even at the levels they are now, and the Man City were meant to be well above them, but they knocked Liverpool knocked them out over 2 legs. Tottenham in the following season, then Lyon this season, or the last season, sorry. They haven't been competitive, not getting to the semi-finals or the finals of the Champions League, what he's brought me to do.
Well, that was the same with Bayern Munich as well. He didn't really do much in Europe there either.
No. But exactly. But with Man City, he hasn't got the excuse because he's literally got. There's more money at Man City than what it would be given at Bayern Munich. Obviously, he's getting money at Bayern Munich, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But to the level of what Man City gives you, he's got no excuse.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
When you're spending 50 million on Kyle Walker and fucking Mendy, that sort of money you're spending, they should be fucking world class. They shouldn't be making mistakes and being shit. They shouldn't have one. They can't have one decent centre back out of how many defenders they have.
Well, it will be good to see how Arteta does up against him because he knows him in Man City inside out, doesn't he? So they'll come with a game plan, but I'm sure Arteta will set the team up with a way to counteract what they do. But as I say, I think the Man City players will be up for playing Arsenal because they usually beat us.
Well, they'll be up for it, but I think we'll just have a bit too much for them. I think we're a bit of in terms of confidence-wise, I think we're just a bit ahead of them at the moment. We have, apart from Liverpool, even though the scoring did flatter Liverpool in some respect because performance-wise wasn't the best, but it wasn't crap either. We didn't just bend down and go, "Okay, take us up the arse," basically. like we usually do for the last few years, like the 6-3s of the City, the 5-1s, the 3-0s, and things like that, and 4-0s to Liverpool, or the 8-2 at Old Trafford and things like that. It wasn't that sort of performance. We deserved to get at least a point out of it, but we didn't take our chances. That's the thing. We didn't take our chances. I think with City, there's more chance of taking a chance because they haven't got a world class back line, and they will do. I think they will do what I think it was itself or James said in the chat earlier. Just put Fernandinho and Rodri in the pairing in midfield to protect that. But even then, I don't think that'd be enough. Especially if Partey plays tomorrow. And as I said, in comparison to Vieira, they're very similar, and they like to not only break up the play, but like to push forward with the ball.
Do you think Partey will start tomorrow?
I think he might do, just because of when he arrived back in Tuesday morning, didn't he? And he'd always photo shooting that because he obviously trained with him yesterday. It's everything that's sort of Arteta and all that, and obviously Partey as well. I'm saying it does seem like he definitely will start. At least for, I say, 60, 65 minutes and take it from there.
But he hasn't missed any football, has he? So he's been playing international. He played in Atletico's last... Wait, did he play in Atletico's last game? I can't remember. I don't know if he was...
Yeah, he played the full match.
Yeah, so basically he hasn't missed any football, has he? So he should be match fit.
In terms of match fitness, he's there. It's just obviously building into the idea of what
system,
doing. Yeah, system, sorry. But I think that's the thing, and also he's an ultimate. As everyone said, he is the best in his position. So I don't think that's going to be a problem anyway. So,
who do you think he'll play with, Xhaka or Ceballos?
I think just because of who the opponent is tomorrow, Man City, I think he'll start with Partey and Xhaka. Just he's not all the pressures on Partey being defensive minded. So you've got two defensive minded, but obviously Xhaka could stay back a bit more, and obviously Partey will do what he does normally, push forward a bit more. Whereas obviously if you put Partey and Ceballos, I think there's, because of who he is and all that, and it's just about would he be able to handle that pressure, being that only defensive minded player at the pairing? Does he sort of need that sort of guidance? Because Premier League is different to the Liga as well. There's not
definitely
beat around the bush. But also, like I said, it might cause controversy, and people do see this. But I do think, in terms of a Ghanaian midfielder, obviously the only other person that's played in central midfield like he has was Makiasian, and what a player he was. And I think personally, and I've said this before, he's even signed for us for the last year or so. He's better than Marco Essien. And then Marco Essien, a Pompous, a fantastic player.
Oh, he's amazing, yeah. Well, he seemed to do well against us, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I remember. What was it? I think it was away at Stamford Bridge. I think it was it
Yeah,
06.
there was one he scored a last-minute goal. I remember.
Literally,
He
actually,
smashed it
yeah,
straight. Oh, it was
yeah, actually,
ridiculous.
wouldn't mind actually Cole had actually fouled Hleb because of the way the ball went. The ref didn't see it because of the angle he was at. So yeah, the ball fell to Essendon and he just fucking hammered it past Lehman. I'm like, oh fuck. It looked because again that game was like 1-0 up and Fellaini had scored, and I think the way things are going, we're going to win this. We pulled this out of nowhere, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Then that happens, like, oh for fuck's sake.
that was a sucker punch when it right in the last knock-ins.
And at that time, that made Chelsea away was a sort of a bogey ground for us to go to because of they'd done what City did later on down the line, buying all their talent. Like literally, was just buy all this foreign talent, fuck the academy sort of thing. They're just bastards to beat. Whereas before the money, they were fucking easy to beat. Again, lot of comparisons between City and Chelsea before and after their money.
Yeah,
because when City had this current owner, same issues. Only thing is, Man City took us as a blueprint and fucking took half our squad at the start.
They did, yeah. When Nasri and all those guys had Adebayor and Toure and
Nasri,
Sanya,
Clichy. I think anyone else?
Yeah, we never got anyone in return, did we?
Nah, don't be silly. That was bizarre.
It goes where apart from Chelsea, we seem to get all of their rejects and cast-offs and everything else.
Well, so far, yeah. But it does seem that the recent cast-off, Chelsea fans are trying to say that he's a cast-off. Willian, it's actually started off well for us. I mean, would you change formation tomorrow and sort of play him as well as like in the cam role? I think James said in the chat earlier on, and like change formation to like a 4-2-3-1 something like that.
Yeah, I think Willian can play sort of in the cam behind the striker. I don't see why he can't do that. His movement's very good and his passing's very good, so I can't see why he can't play there. He also likes getting in the box as well.
And also, we think if he wants to switch things up, Pepe can swap over, and because I think Pepe's the way he plays can sometimes suit that sort of floating between the box as well. So yeah, there's options, and I think that as I said, with the way their defense is, and the fact they ain't got De Bruyne as well, by the looks of it, and Sterling, it's everything sort of falls into our hands. I hope we don't fall under the pressure.
No, exactly. I think there's more chance of Sterling playing than De Bruyne, but yeah, I mean, they've still got class players to come in anyway.
Yeah, well, what was it? Sky have confirmed today, sorry, that De Bruyne is definitely out tomorrow, apparently. Take it with a pinch of salt because it's Sky. Oh dear. It's a swear. All week has been, 1 minute he's in, then he's out, then he's in, then he's out again. I'm just like, make him wise up. Oh my days, it's just. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game tonight. I do think we can get a result.
Is that actually on TV tomorrow, is it?
Yeah, it's on Sky, the 5:30 kickoff. We don't have to pay for this one.
Oh wow, thanks. I'm not paying for them anyway.
No, I said the same before you asked into the link, and that literally any Arsenal games that are on the Sky box office or BT box office at £14.95 for that only that game, I ain't paying for. We will find other ways, guys. Don't worry. We'll still do watch along for them games. We'll find other ways though.
We'll be on a stream that's about 10 minutes behind.
Yeah, more likely. My fucking Twitter feed will go mental.
Exactly. This got 3 goals before we've seen the first one.
Oh, imagine that. Jesus.
Freezing just before a goal. Yeah, thanks.
Oh dear. By the way, you say you was around tomorrow, and I can't remember if you obviously put out the group chat if you're for the watch along.
I think I should be around, mate.
Yeah, but going live about 15:15 for that one. Obviously, I'm doing the watch along for the derbies at 12:30 anyway. Probably by myself because obviously that's people will be out anyway. But yeah, for the main event, we'll actually have a guest on for the main event, guys, and it's free
and it's live.
Oh dear! I might even do the London derby on Sunday. That locked down the road v West Ham.
Don't know. It could be a good game, actually, mate. To be honest, I think West Ham have got a good chance, haven't they?
Yeah, they're in form. Literally, came to us. They were unlucky not to get a point from us, if not more. And since then, they've battered Wolves 4-0. Went to Leicester and battered them.
Yeah, but then Spurs did beat United, didn't they? Gave them a good shellacking, didn't they?
It is United, though, let's be honest. It's Maguire.
Yeah. It's terrible, isn't he? He's awful.
When Maguire's in the opposition team holding out his own defenders, you've got every chance in the world.
I think I read somewhere today that he's actually, I don't think he's playing the next game. Maguire, I think he's out injured, injured.
Yeah, he's injured, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with he's about to be found guilty in Greece.
Yeah, nothing to do with his mental state, no, nothing at all. You get banged up in Greece for 6 months.
Imagine that. And after all the backing that...
And he'll still get picked for England as well.
Live from jail in Greece, Harry Maguire.
Well, at least their away shirt will match it. It'll be fine. He could just wear that around there, can't he?
That's the thing. Oh dear. That's what I'm saying. Not Adidas had an absolute brainstorm with that one. Literally, they saw something in the future and that...
Yeah, that came out before we even did it, didn't it? That was already out.
Poor market from Maguire, but yeah.
You think all the prisons will be able to buy all the Manchester United shirts? That'd be great.
Oh dear. Don't waste a tweet is also saying in the chat, by the way, if Partey and Tierney don't play, can we still get points out of the game? Tierney hasn't practiced much, obviously played much, and Partey only practiced once.
Tierney's available to play, isn't he?
Well, he's tested every test they've thrown at him since the Scottish teammate got tested positive. Every test that Tierney's had, negative. Yeah,
it's just getting him out of Scotland, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's literally, what was it? The fact that Arteta and Arsenal are so open publicly and they're fighting to get him obviously back down and available for tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
That sort of, and if not, I dread the work. Well, there, actually, we could still play, obviously, worst case, holding right centre back, and then got Luiz, Gabriel, and put Ainsley at left wing back. He's played it before, or Saka.
Yeah. For
defensive mind, you'd go for the Ainsley because he's more defensively minded in that sense. As long as it's not Kolasinac, we're fine.
I was going to say, is he available? Because that's not a good sign if he is.
I have no idea. I don't even know he got called up for his national team for Bosnia. I don't know. Bosnia? He's Bosnian, isn't he? Yeah.
Bosnia, yeah.
Oh dear.
Are there still any foreign transfer windows still open that we can flog him to?
Portugal. I think Jonathan
ain't going there, is he?
I think Jonathan was saying the other day that's open till the end of the month. What's named the Championship League 1 and League 2 domestically transfer window closed at 7 p.m. today. And weirdly, Brentford's what's his name? Benarami, he's gone on loan to West Ham for the season. Even though at one point there's rumours saying he failed a medical. But he's now gone out on loan there.
What about Ben Foster? Has he gone anywhere?
Ben Foster, I don't think so. I can have a look, actually.
I thought he was. I think there was rumours that he was.
Yeah, I'm going Sky.
He was either going to go to Liverpool or he was going to go to Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Oh, Jack Butland. There we go.
Oh, sorry, Butland. That's it.
Yeah, Jack Butland. 38 minutes ago, Crystal Palace signed Stoke goalkeeper on a 3-year deal. He's fell off though. Last few years, he's obviously going down.
Yeah, isn't he? Yeah.
All the promise then. Obviously, his loyalty's cost him.
Yes, it has.
Spurs complete signing of Swansea's Voden, whatever his name is. Whoever he is. I don't even know who he is. I'm not even being rude.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Let's have a look. I'm going into it now. I'll get to it in a second when it all loads up. Right.
So transfers. See if any's gone through. 2020.
Stoke have completed the signing of Southampton goalkeeper Angus Gunn on loan for the season. So he's obviously Jack's replacement at Stoke. As I said, Benarama's gone to West Ham for a season.
Yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it?
considering part of the summer he was heavily linked with the likes of us and other big clubs.
To be fair, he probably was too good for Brentford, to be honest. I saw him play the other day, actually, in one of the first games. He was just running the show. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a Premier League player.
Fulham have announced the return of Terence Congolo on the Premier League Huddersfield. And they've gone with the word iconic as their thing to announce it. Be interesting if Jack's going to be number one then. If we're signing for a 3-year deal, and Stoke will receive an initial £1 million fee for the potential much more in add-ons. So, a couple of years ago, when he was at Stoke, even when they went down that summer, it was rumoured around 25-30 mil back then. That's a massive drop.
Yeah, he was a good keeper. There's no doubt about it.
But yeah, to say his loyalty just cost him. I'll stay for one more year and get us up. Nothing there. Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper Josh. I can't even try and pronounce his name. Right. I'll get it up on the screen. One sec. Share screen. We will actually go back to finishing up the preview, guys. By the way,
Anthony Knockhart's gone on loan from Fulham to Nottingham Forest.
Knockhart, okay.
Yeah, I saw him play in the Carling Cup. Yeah, I mean Fulham. Yeah. I'm surprised at that because Fulham need all the players they can get, really.
But yeah, this goalkeeper, I think he looks like an academy guy. Joined National League. Who this is? MUFC York Road. Whatever that is. So it's a team in York basically until January. It's just pointless, let's be honest.
Oh, it's Maidenhead. That's just down the road from us, mate. Maidenhead United.
Okay. The York bit has threw me off a bit then. Let's go through this. Ipswich, best of luck to town defender Barry Cotter, who has joined Chelmsford on a loan until January. Oh, Yannick Biassi, there we go. Oh, he's kicking off, is he?
It's Middlesbrough. That's a funny player, isn't it? Balassi, jeez.
Balassi to Middlesbrough, no deal. A disappointing day for Everton forward Yannick Biassi, who failed to complete a deadline day 2 move to Middlesbrough. Disappointed the deal couldn't get done in time and signed and sent off. Waited until 7 o'clock and with real hope for my end. Now I know I was willing to give up a lot. All I want to do is say thank you to Neil Warnock. Appreciate you so much and wish Middlesbrough all the best this season. But now my focus is back on Everton and continuing working hard every day, like I have been. And if I'm called upon, I will do my whatever. I'll do my best, whatever is necessary. And that crap.
I thought he was really good when he was at Palace. It just hasn't worked out for him, has it?
No, doesn't help. A constant merry-go-round there as well hasn't helped. And he got injured at one point, didn't he?
But they just seem to buy forwards and wingers. They were like Arsenal 10 years ago, and they just bought Walcott, Iwobi, Balassi, just players like that.
Apart from that, nothing major with the looks of it. I was going for it down. It's not about fucking West Ham and Benrahma.
Yeah, I'd like to see how he gets on. I think he's a good player. On loan, though, that doesn't make any sense for anyone, really. But...
No. As I'm saying, you may as well stay at Brentford and try and get them up to the Premier League for another year.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, Gareth Bale's part of a promo. God. Breaking news. This is about 7:20. Cameron Carter-Vickers has joined Bournemouth on a season-long loan from them lot down the road.
Bournemouth.
To be honest, it's an upgrade from that lot down the road. Let's be honest.
I don't even know who their manager is now. Bournemouth.
It was the some guy called Tyndall, the Eddie Howe's assistant manager.
Oh, is he? Okay, he stayed, did he?
Yeah. Really going on, it's a cheap option, wasn't it? Well, here we go.
Oh, yeah, because they're sort of hemorrhaging money, aren't they?
Arsenal defender Harry Clark joined Oldham Athletic on loan until January 20th. Which is a weird date, by the way, 20th of January, and he comes back.
Yeah. It's basically 3 months, isn't it? So
Actually, but yeah. Oh, no, look about this one. Yeah, that's no milk up by the looks of it all.
yeah, just a load of transfers at players that nobody's heard of.
The basic clubs, the ones that would be like mid-table relegation threatened teams doing deals in championship and championship, basically.
Yeah.
Done deal where they'd like to announce goalkeeper Dylan Phillips. And lastly, Millwall have announced the signing of Zenith Zahoure on loan until January 16th from West Brom. So that again, nothing major.
No, didn't expect anything really.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, I thought because at one point we're linked to that. I can't remember what his name was now. Not
We
Benoit.
were linked to the Brentford keeper, weren't we? And that was a really strong.
Oh yeah, and then suddenly,
yeah, it all suddenly just sort of went. Oh, okay, sorry, we're just going to sign the Icelandic guy instead.
Yeah, and then it took 24 hours later. He has a new deal after refusing. No, I want to go to Arsenal.
Yeah, funny that.
Fuck, they don't want me. Okay, I'll stay.
Okay, I'll stay on improved money. Yeah.
And they actually bought it as well. But yeah, going back to the game tomorrow, what's your sort of score prediction for tomorrow?
You know me, mate. I'm always pessimistic. I don't like being put on the spot. I haven't really thought. I just hope that we sort of turn up and give it a go. I don't really sort of. I don't think we'll win. I'll be really happy if we get a draw, score draw, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, something like that. If we lose 2-1 or something, but we've given it a good go, then I don't really mind. But a draw, I think we'll get a draw.
Okay. I'm sort of going to put myself on the fence here. Again, it's the hope that kills you, as always. It'll probably kill me tomorrow, trust me. When I'm doing a bloody watch long, I say
that's why I'm pessimistic. Because anything that happens that's good is a bonus. So.
Fury in the chat, by the way, big up Fury. He's just joined us. He's saying 10-2.
10-2.
Bayern scores first. That's all him guessing, having a bit of a laugh, or is it actually winning 10-2? Actually did score first. Have a look. But I'm going to put myself out in a win and say 2-1. I think we'll just nick it.
You reckon?
I think we've just got that. We've just got that bit of extra. It depends on actually the lineup, really. I think now
it does, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If Party starts, I think that we've got a good chance.
Yeah.
And Tierney, obviously.
As long as Kolasinac doesn't start,
yes,
always a chance. Oh my days! It's not that we don't want to be disrespectful, but it's just like that'll be our weak link, and obviously the suddenly players will return from injury for their lot, and we get done over basically.
Yeah, put the magic sponge on them, and then suddenly they're all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Fury's going for 3-1. He's going bolder. Bloody hell! Jesus Christ. Fury, if that's the case, you can come on here after us at full time.
Fantasy points, mate. That's what he wants.
Oh dear. We talked about that. Literally, doing my fantasy team earlier. I obviously took De Bruyne out once the news came through. He's definitely not playing and all that. I put him on a bench. I'm going to boost my bench anyway. So, just for the sake of it, used the lifeline up anyway while I can. Got my team up one set.
I had a useless week before the international break. Absolutely useless.
Oh yeah, same as mine, literally. Because what was it?
No one of any consequence scored. It was just ridiculous.
Well, Vardy didn't score at all.
No, I had him. I don't think Ings did either. I had.
I changed a couple of players in my team, so once I get the points up, thing at 48. The average was 48. I ended up with 45. So I started off well, and then literally said,
I got 19. I literally just had a complete and utter mare.
What was it? Martinez got me 3 points. If he kept a clean sheet, the fucking bastard, I would have had more. Tierney got 2 points. Ayling got 2. Walker Peters got 5 because he assists. Luca Digne got a point. Willian got 2. De Bruyne got 2. Aubameyang got me 4 because he's my captain. Calvert-Lewin, the vice captain, got me 6. Vardy got 2, but didn't score any goals, so that was pointless. And Wilson got me 16.
Oh, well, I had Ryan in goal. He got 0. I had Dunk. He got 0. Ayling got 2. Basham got 1. Aubameyang got 2. Pereira got 2. Zaha got 2. Barnes got 2. Ings got 4, but that was only because I had him as captain. Mitrovic got 2 and Vardy got 2. So I just had a complete and utter shocker. Awful.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good point for Fury, by the way. Hey, if Leicester can win 5-2 at the edge, anything can happen.
Well, Aubameyang, it says on the fantasy, he's got 75% chance of playing.
Yeah, because he didn't do national. He didn't play for his national team, did he? Because he took a knock. But apparently, he's fine. Apparently, so
Vardy as well.
But also, this is the absolute same team he's still not playing. But
yeah.
But according to Arsenal, he's a chance he could play, a high chance. But hey, we'll see, won't we? It could come back and I've kept him mid-team, so that could come back and bite me in the arse. So
yeah, I think I might have to put my wild card in.
Oh dear, we've got a few. What's it? The first one's half 12, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got plenty of time to do that in the morning. Just go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Bang. Yeah, just put someone unknown in, and hopefully something happens.
Oh dear. So yeah, I'm trying to think. What was I going to say? It's gone now, but yeah, let's start wrapping things up. Thanks for coming on, by the way.
That's all right, mate. I was playing taxi earlier. That's all. So I was.
Oh, that's fine. Nice. Literally, it's been a pain in the arse this week. Obviously, as you've seen, trying to organise everything, and it's just like,
I think international breaks are just. And no one's really up for it. Just like
that's what I'm saying.
They can take it or leave it, can't they? It's just like.
That's what I'm saying. It's literally just like. So literally, I've planned this. I'm doing the watch alongs. The two streams covering 3 games tomorrow. possibly doing the West Ham top game. Maybe, I don't know. It depends how I feel on Sunday. Depends on what happens on the Arsenal game. Really, it's my mood.
Yeah, exactly. Because if we lose, if we get a Tonkin, as don't want to watch any more football until next week.
Yeah. Whereas, either way, whatever happens though, on Sunday you'll definitely get a stream on here because I'll be doing my first FIFA 21 career mode, like the first part of it. I'll do like an hour long show, or an hour and a half, however long.
How did the poll go for that anyway? How did it finish?
Oh, apparently
your Twitter poll.
Yeah. But these I did the Twitter poll because obviously just see if anyone had actually bothered voting. A few people did, and it won. People said yes, just by fact 2 or 3 people.
People spoke, and you shall deliver.
Well, if it hits off, are we open to continuing that side of it, that series of career mode, but maybe doing something else with like FIFA 21 related going forward? It just depends. I just want to test things. Because obviously, as you know, living in the UK, lockdown could happen at any time here. Football could be stopped.
Yeah.
Football could be stopped again, so I need backups now. I can't.
You'll have to put the matches on 45 minutes each half, so we'll do a watch along, so you can play it. Jesus, and it finishes at 89-0.
Oh my god! Literally to get you guys on, yeah, okay. And people in the chat can just analyse and tear us to pieces. All this time we pretend our play. These Maguire not to pieces. Man United fans going, you dick, you're no better than Maguire.
I know what you'll have to do. You have to get fans of other clubs playing as their clubs when the match will be on. Yeah, that'd be quite good.
Yeah, it's get behind them because obviously, especially the ones that want to come on, they'll be the ones that have big channels that want to grow their channel even more. And then I see my channel 446, I think it is. I think, oh no, you ain't got enough. You ain't got 1,000. You haven't
got enough. Yeah.
Is that
you're not monetized? Yeah.
Well, the ironic thing is with the monetization thing, view-wise, I'm over halfway towards it, way over it, halfway. It's the fucking subs, man. I need the 1,000 subs and quick.
Yeah, the subs, yeah.
Because come January 1st, it refreshes, and I've got to stop. Even though the sub things will stay the same, the views will just go, and I've got to start all over again.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It renews every 12 months.
Oh, jeez.
Whilst you're under that initial under it, it renews every 12 months. Once you hit it, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah,
It's weird. It just does my head in.
it's a bit unfair that you have to sort of basically reset. So that's a bit unfair, really. But I suppose that if every channel sort of did it, they'd have to pay everyone, wouldn't they? So they'd probably have to give it a time limit.
Yeah, but that's why I'm sort of driving, trying to get people to subscribe and get to that 500. And from the 500, push on for that first that 1K. Because then because I can set everything up then by then, and get that ball rolling. And as I said, if a certain other person, I don't know if you was in the chat at the start of the stream, that certain person doesn't stop playing them little games, he knows who he is, because literally today he's gone through every recent stream I've done and disliked it, not once, not twice, 3 times, because he's got 3. He's effectively got 3. He's got his original channel, which he got hacked. The channel he was telling people he got hacked and he couldn't get into it. Now it's got it back all of a sudden, and talking about bringing it back. His main channel he's now using at the moment, which I think he's currently live on. And he's got another channel, and ironically, I'm getting no more than 3 dislikes. I got 3 dislikes on one thing suddenly out of nowhere, and what's he got? 3 channels, and then all this is happening to me dislike-wise because last week I made the mistake of basically slating him and put him in his place, and publicly for once. And he hasn't got the balls to. When I go and address him, he doesn't have the balls to respond and defend himself, which just speaks volumes to me. It just pisses me off. And I know Sam and all that Sam and Daniel are going to see this and go, "Why? We've told you to let this go." But it's literally, as I say, I'm a fool to myself because I'm giving the guy what he wants.
Yeah.
But I'm a stickler for people that tell the truth and be honest to what they're doing. If they're being a dickhead, tell it. Just be honest with it. Be open and honest. Don't hide behind the fucking computer and go, "He said something about me. I'm going to find his channel. Dislike. It does it actually does do my head in. Considering he accused me once of disliking a stream that he was setting up, and I hadn't actually done it, and I proved it, and I didn't even get an apology for that. Now the thing is that now the thing is that annoying now. Not only have I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, and I talk about it now, he's going to do the exact same thing I've just said. I know it. Give it literally before I go live tomorrow. If I haven't got at least 1 dislike from this stream, I'll be shocked. Just because I don't even mention his name now because it's the pointless. I'm not giving his channels any publicity because I'm not even promoting them. This is the guy.
Yeah, there's no point, mate. Yeah, it's just. There's not much you can do about it, is there? It's just he obviously wants to do it. He's going to do it, and so.
The thing is, before even I was told about what he was doing, because I think it was Claude initially on his channel. One of the streams saw this guy in the chat and literally had a go at him because he was basically going between him and someone else. I talked to you off air about it, saying. Trying to cause shit between these 2 people, and that person went to Claude and told him about it. Oh, by the way, Claude then saw him in that, as I said, saw him in the chat and went off and outed him. And since then, me and others that have associated with Claude on our channels or on his channel were literally began getting dislikes and dislike bots in our chat streams. And then, as soon as he was addressed, it stopped. Then you disappear. He'll disappear. He wouldn't do nothing on his channel. No, nothing. Then about 2.5 weeks later, it would pop back up, doing stuff on his channel, and suddenly the bots and all that reappear. But it's not him. Nope, not him. And then every time he disappears, it stops, and he comes back. It starts again.
It's funny that, yeah.
But hey, I sort of just need to. It just pissed me off because I was literally about to go live and I saw that and just like, oh no. So I've had to. I written a message to him like, either this stops, I'm going to. If this doesn't stop, I basically said, if it doesn't stop, I'll make sure you lose all your channels because this isn't on. You deliberately target me for what? In the first place, for what? But also in this chat, we're going to move on now, yeah. Because I do actually. It's a point actually. Bear with me.
He's lost it.
No. BBC One. Ask for
Oh,
me.
you got the
Oh,
book, and yeah.
I've got the book. Yeah, it arrived
Hmm.
yesterday. 2 days late, by the way, but it arrived.
Did you get the signed one?
Yeah, with got because I got it signed, the signed one.
Hmm.
There's like an extra bit in the book. They've put the extra pages in the book, like Q&A thing.
All right.
One sec, I'll get the books over there in a sec. So because I don't want to miss him. Obviously, Arsene Wenger's obviously on BBC One at quarter 2 in about 5-10 minutes. To obviously promote his book and talk and all that. One sec, baby, I can't get the book. One sec.
It's pride and joy, ladies and gentlemen.
Not moving on. That help. Excuse me.
Hope you've read it from cover to cover, mate.
Did you ever end up getting Wenger's book? Yeah, it did arrive eventually. As I said, 2 days late doing what it meant to. It's meant to arrive on Tuesday. Because that's the thing with Waterstone. They did this, obviously, as you know, they did the whole pre-order thing like normal.
Signed, yeah.
But either way, no matter if you ordered the non-signed or the signed one, the whole thing was for it to arrive on the day as it's released, this, that, and the other. They rammed it home. Everyone I know on social media, not just me, didn't get it. Unless you went to the event on a Monday night, you didn't get it. Your copies didn't arrive until the Wednesday onwards. But yeah, there you go. With the sticker of Waterstone's exclusive signed edition, and I'll get it up. There you go.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Hey, it's a really good book, actually.
I'll have to get one, actually.
Oh, yeah, it's a really good book, actually, from what I've heard of it so far. It also, if you want, Daniel over on the Blau Laguna, if you haven't already, go subscribe to him as well. Obviously, he's got the audio version of it. And Arsene Wenger actually is the voice that does all the
yeah. That could be quite interesting. I think it's I don't know how long it is. I think it's 4 or 5 hours long or something.
Probably, yeah. It's a big book.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, chapter-wise, I'll go how many chapters it is. One set. Overall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 10 chapters, an epilogue, the career record, index, picture credits as well amongst it all. And obviously with the signed one, I don't know if it's. I'm sure, yeah. By the fact it's signed, part of the signed edition, you've got a bonus Q&A thing at the back as well, so extra pages of that.
10 chapters isn't really a big. To me, 10 chapters doesn't really make you feel like a massive book, but
yeah, 200. Well, literally with the prologue as well. It's 241 pages. Then you have the epilogue. Epilogue takes up to 257.
241 pages isn't that big. Yeah, I mean, I could get through that quite quickly.
The career record takes it to 261, index 319, and picture credits as a whole puts the whole thing together 337 pages. But it doesn't include. It doesn't actually include the Q&A bits. But there's literally as well. I don't get why they've done it. Is why Waterstone have done it like this or whatever. But there's like one set. That's that. Yeah, the red bit. Yeah, that's like for that. There is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 just blank white pages. Just don't get it. I don't get it.
This is Save the Rainforest.
Exactly. All the bloody eco-friendlies are going to be going
mental. Exactly. Yeah.
They come across this, then I've just said that.
Oh God.
I think here's what I'll give you one of the questions. What is it? Let me go. Just going to go through some.
You make me look stupid now, aren't you?
No, this is questions that have been put to him and he's answered.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like a Q&A.
Yeah.
Who is the striker you most wanted to join Arsenal, but who did not? He responded with, "There are so many." Guess what? 2 names he put forward.
George Weah.
No. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel
Oh,
Messi.
Ronaldo, yeah. Well, yeah, it's pretty obvious, really.
Yeah,
I don't really class either of those as strikers, really, but
no.
you know,
What other figures in the world of football have you had the most interesting conversations with regarding subjects outside of football? His response was, I would say, especially with David Dean, the book describes our very close friendship. But yeah,
Well, David Dean was with him at the Palladium, wasn't he?
yeah, because there's even after David Dean, they've always been best friends.
Yeah, they're very close, aren't they?
And David Dean, it seems like he's doing his bit, trying to get the FA to back their ideas up, because he's gone public now and said that project, bigger picture thing was a complete. There's good elements, but the majority of it was massive flaws in this, that, and the other. And the main part of it, obviously, that ain't ideal going forward for any sort of league. Having clubs dictate who takes over other clubs, having the main voice of the actual.
Yeah, they would have the final vote, wouldn't they? Basically, they would basically agree whether stuff will go through or not.
Yeah, and literally, what was it? No matter if everyone else voted different against them, they've had their vote would be more
casting vote, yeah,
and things like that. That's ridiculous. But yeah, we're going to wrap things up because obviously Graham Norton's just starting. Obviously, Arsene is going to be on there. Well, he is on there actually. BBC One. If you're in the UK, obviously, if you're not in the UK, just wait. Look, you'll have to wait until they put it on YouTube, basically, which they will do. I'll say the next day or two. Other than that, I don't know what the features with Graham Norton's show in Europe and all that.
Yeah, you can't access iPlayer either, can you?
No. So yeah, as you said, you've gone for 2-1. I've gone for 2-1. Fury's gone bold and gone 3-1. Don't waste a tweet, by the way. What's your score prediction for tomorrow before you wrap things up? And also, yeah, have a good evening. Oh dear. So
I'll be happy with a draw. I will. Really happy with a draw.
I'll be happy for a draw, but obviously the winner will be even more.
Oh, be amazing! But yeah, but also I can't. Yeah.
But also, if it does happen, it's a hope it kills it. But if it does happen and we get the win, is that signal of intent it sends out to all the fucking haters that go, "You're a small club. You're still shit. Fuck off."
It's about time we beat one of the big boys away from home, isn't it? It's been a long time.
Yeah, 2015, away to City, 2-0.
Giroud scored that day, didn't he?
Giroud scored the second goal, and Santi had a little dance in the circle. Oh, 2-3. He's going to the Arsenal. Fair play. But yeah, hopefully if you're around, mate, tomorrow, you can obviously watch along with us that big huge game, which again, as it stands, guest wise, obviously Russ, as it stands, you're available, so obviously you'll be coming on.
Who else is about? Melvin, is he?
Melvin,
good.
As it stands, he's about. He hasn't told me any different, as you saw in the group chat that I put out. The thing out this morning, basically seeing who's available, this, that, and the other. Andrew is currently available, but he'll let me know. He'll confirm me in the morning, just to make sure. Like, if anything comes up, he'll let me know.
Yeah.
And Richard's 50-50 at the moment. We're not sure yet, but I'll know in the morning. Have I got competition? Have I? Okay.
Oh.
That's all I need. More competition. We've got AFTV contend with troops. You fucking name it. I need more competition. Yay! That's not competition, though. Tweet.
You and all the other 3,000 Arsenal channels that are doing watch-alongs. Yeah.
Yeah, I will switch off now because I need to talk to Arsene Wenger about the Invincibles. So we will wrap this up.
Yep. No worries, mate.
Because I don't want you missing it. I assume you'd want to watch it as well. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming on. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like button. I mean, smash the like button.
Yeah, not this one, not that one. This one.
This. I mean that. Until that idiot popped up, I never got a single dislike on this channel. All of a sudden, it all happened. And yeah, but anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, smash the like button. and share around with all your friends, your family, anyone that's that football, not even Arsenal fans, just football related fans that love football. This is a channel to be at, especially the next month or so when we'll be covering Champions League games on a Tuesday and Wednesday night, along with Arsenal's Europa League journey on a Thursday night to add. So you get the football content is going to be through the roof.
It will be, as long as we don't go into lockdown.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh yeah, that as well. Yeah, of course. And if worst case scenario, you've got FIFA content.
Yeah, exactly. It's just play FIFA for a week.
Because I can't afford to do nothing, and it'll be more like I'll be the channel that doesn't do tries to do stuff like the quizzes and all that, like keep them going, and that won't be enough for people to stay along or come along and this, that, and the other. So I need to think of other ideas.
We're gonna have to do phone-ins and stuff like that, mate.
Yeah, literally. But I
fundraiser.
There's that as well. I would actually entertain that as well. Obviously, if I was monetizing all that, I definitely would. But either way, I'd actually do that just literally before the NHS, because the shit they've gone through and they're still not getting pay rises.
Yeah, you could sit in a bath of beans or something for a day.
And people just watch me literally in boxes, obviously, because I won't be in a vest, just so I don't get done.
A string vest, yeah,
in a stringy vest in Bing. If it's content, people did it.
It's content. Yeah, you just have to keep doing extreme stuff, and then week after week, you'll have to raise the bar more and more. Start low with a bath of beans, though.
Of course, I'll do the basic first. But yeah, as long as people would donate, that's the main. That'll be the main thing. But things like that, yeah, of course.
Ryan plays Jackass or something.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! That is truly that'll be truly desperate if I was to go scoop to that level. We
could just put you in the bathtub full of beans and push you down a hill.
See if I survive, basically.
Go on then, you better go, mate.
Oh dear, that's got a laugh. You don't laugh, you cry. But I have actually said, if obviously a full lockdown was put into effect, that I would open up the channel to everyone in general.
Literally anything and everything, yeah.
Yeah, any and everything, and basic people that obviously, because of mental health, especially the winter as well, if we put into a full lockdown. We thought great things are bad in the summer of mental health. We go through the roof even more of winter.
Yeah, at least you have more daylight in the summer. It was like you could still do. But winter time is just depressing.
I don't know the channel. Literally have people guests on that. So they've got people that are suffering with that. They've got people to talk to, even for a couple of hours and things like that. Just about football, whatever, anything in general. Just keep them till they've got company.
Mm-hmm.
They don't feel like, oh, I'm alone. I've got no one, and then bad things happen. That's the last thing we need in the world. Actually, but especially you fucking bumbling boys going along the way. That is what it is. On that note, we're going to wrap things up. Cheers again to us. Where can people find you before you finish off?
Just a Rugged Boy 101 or Russ Morgan on Facebook. Yep, that's me.
Right. And yeah, as I said, you see us tomorrow. You'll see me twice tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be on my own or not for the first double watch along thing, the Derby watch along. But I will definitely not be on my own for the big one, the main event. So don't miss that. As I said, if you're new to the channel, you like what we've done tonight, and you go and check out my other shows, do subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, do share it about. And yeah, until next time, guys, as always, up the Arsenal.
Up the Arsenal.